I'm gonna start calling you farts a lot. One cool thing about having a compost or areas in the garden, you could put out food going bad that's in the produce box in your fridge or anything else for that matter that worms might like or critters outside, is when things go bad, you don't have to just toss them outside. You can use them for future soil. Right now I got celery that was going bad, so I'm going to be putting it in my worm box. So I just cut it up. Wasn't very good. Some of the celery I was able to use. I'm going to make a juice, but this is going to go to feed the worms. So I just come out here, bypass the dog. He's always in wait for something. And then I put it down inside. Underneath some of that stuff they've been eating, I can see some pretty good worm poops. Also known as worm castings. Probably sounds better than poop. It's a casting. Worm shit. And it is great for the soil. One thing I do with my figs that are in pots is I'll just use a little bit of water, put a little bit of that stuff in it, stir it up inside of something like a Kool-Aid container or whatever, and then just pour it inside the pots, and it gives it really good fresh nutrients, water, hydration. I'll share that with you at some point. I've been juicing probably since I was a kid, little here, little there, different stages of life. I remember my grandmother, she was diagnosed with something that gave her 6 months to live. She started juicing and lived another 20 years. Not that she juiced. Sorry, I'm trying to get that light right. It's a little too bright even for me. But she juiced quite a bit, especially in the beginning. Found different ways to take care of herself. Wasn't perfect by any means, but the things she had done, given up the smoking and certain other things, helped her live another 20 years. Been times in my life where I've juiced more than others myself, but it's a practice that I've carried on since I was a kid, whether I was a teenager, in just certain times in my 20s, in my 30s, and even now into my 40s. If you haven't really juiced much in your life, it's a good way to take in quick nutrients, and it's not something you got to do all the time, but it is something I would recommend to do occasionally. Even once a week goes a long way. The body, the skin, doesn't lie. All right, the worms are back in action. Yum, yum, yum. See all the worm castings on the sides where the worms crawl up. That's good soil right there. So I ran out of maple syrup, and in the past I did use peanut butter trying it, and I remember it was okay. Sometimes when we try something once and then we try it again, we like it more and it's really good. I even put a little bit of honey on it. But man, that makes the French toast really good. And I think I have an addiction to peanut butter anyway, so two of my favorite things in one. Outside the window is a view of phase 5 that I watered. Got the asparagus and strawberries down there. Various potted things, blueberries, pineapple, guavas, some figs, both in the ground and in pots, and some citrus, and various other things, even garlic in pots. Garden strawberries are never depressing. I'm gonna start calling you farts a lot. My old dog, I probably only heard go to the bathroom or fart probably 5 times in 14 years. This guy, 5 times a day. And I let him out to go to the bathroom, and just is. Dogs cannot have raisins. You're just a dog. Yum, yum. Wipe the mouth. Wipe the mouth. You made a mess. You're a messy boy. Same stuff I do at home, really. There's more than one way to melt butter.
To oversee